Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. So, welcome back to Tower of God full spoilers. And this time for full spoilers, I'm actually going to be going way over the top, right? I know that this section here in particular has a little bit of relevance to the anime, but I'm about to spoil the anime itself. Now, originally, touching the anime wasn't something that I wanted to do, but I decided that the full spoiler might as well also involve the anime, because the anime isn't that far off from the story, but it has altered a lot. It's actually just kept the power scale for Balm instead of reducing it or making it smaller, right? So here we go with the start of episode 6. So here we go, full spoilers, episode 6, and there is a difference between Walk Up the Tower and this. The difference between the two is full spoilers is meant to discuss things from the future as they relate back to this particular point in the tower. So yeah, you are going to get a bit of pointless things, and I don't blame people who will argue that some of my videos don't have enough reason to exist, and you know what, it's true. You're right on that part. They don't have enough reason to exist at some points, but they are things that I found interesting, so I went after them. And that's the beauty of being on the other side of the YouTube channel. I get to choose what I'm going to chase after. So yeah, let's go after this, and this is purely from my point of view, right? You could overanalyze and find something else on top of what I'm talking about, like where I'm talking about Levin fighting with Rock, or Rock doing something to Levin. You could see a different indication from what I'm about to read. You could read that Rock was softer or Rock was harsher than he needed to be. It's all up to you. You can overanalyze and find the secrets within the character just by analyzing it with your own sense. And trust me, both of us can be right on the exact same point. We could be seeing Rock's weaknesses and Rock's strength at the exact same moment, and we could come out with two opposite answers altogether. We could be saying that Rock is so weak he can't kill one silly sniper, and we could also be saying Rock is so powerful he took down the sniper without having to have to kill him at the same time, right? So there is something we can say, and that's right here. So let's start up this episode of full spoilers. And as I said, if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch something called full spoilers. Okay, let's go. They know I'm shooting at them but can't spare the time to come up here. They're just too busy fighting each other. So we see Levin is pointing out something, right? Now there is something to note about Levin. Levin is one of the regulars who actually passed this floor. Now, in the anime it looks like he fails, right? But we do see him in the hide and seek test. Not the hide and seek. We do see him in the catch the ranker test, and we know that he was that far. That he went that far in the testing. He went all the way to that point. We don't get this whole indication that he went even further. We also know that he passes the light bearer test, so he's one of the past light bearers. And we don't know whether he went up to the next floor, right? Because they were going to do another test altogether for all those who passed. And I don't know whether he joined the entire group or not. I suspect he did, but we'll have to look through and overanalyze at that point. So he could be somebody who shows up later in the story to fight with Balm or to help Balm out. And as I'm saying right now, I don't know whether he was eliminated. In the anime, it looks like he's eliminated at the wall, but he does show up in the hide and seek test, and he does move on, if I'm correct, in the final scene with the Ascension. Amigo is still part of the main team, we know that there. Who's the light bearer on the main team? I do not know, and that is the big thing on that main team. I don't know who their light bearer is, because I haven't seen them using a light bearer. I doubt they're a light bearerless team, so we'll see how it goes later up the tower when we get the full revelation of the three teams that are climbing in consequence with Balm. Go find another perch to settle on. Move or I'll move you. This place belongs to Hunter. Who told you to drop it off the cliff, you jerk? Do you have any idea how much I paid for that gun? Okay, so we see Rak is doing something really unusual, right? And if you read the rest of the story, you'd know that Rak isn't as harsh as his character seems, right? Rak is much softer than his character may appear, especially if you follow the way that they tease him in the actual story. They call him alligator all the time, and he's put down quite a bit by his teammates, right? That's one thing I have to say that I noticed quite a bit of for Rak. Regardless of whether you like Rak or not, that is something which is of consequence to him. He is always treated like he's just the butt of all jokes for the regular team that's climbing up with him, right? So unfortunately, that is something that we do know about Rak. However, later in the season, we find out that he is really gifted and talented as a spear bearer. We also find out that he thought he'd be a fisherman because he was shocked that he isn't a fisherman. And to be honest, I actually agree with Rak on that. He's actually more suited to a fisherman position than a spear bearer position. He's only put as a spear bearer because his weapon is a spear. And yes, he can use it quite efficiently, but he's not as efficient as others. In the same reference, we also get Kunaguero Agnes, who uses a lighthouse, but is far more adept at using a spear. He would have been a far better spear bearer than a light bearer. And I'm actually shocked that he wasn't placed as a spear bearer. Maybe it was SIU's way of retconning the abilities of each family later on down the line, you know, making sure that the Kun family isn't only known as spear bearers and they weren't just thrown in. Okay, so here we go. You'll pay for. Okay, actually, wait, no. They do mention that the Kun family is a spear bearer family, and the fact that he's a light bearer was really odd. I don't even know why. I'm going to shoot you right between the eyes. You had better be ready for that. Are there any fellows worth hunting? Okay, and there we get it. He's hunting for strong prey, and he always does here. He always looks for strong people to fight. What's going on? There are plenty. What is that aura? It's from that lizard. No, it's not. It's from that weapon. It's powerful, overwhelmingly. That would be a hard hunt. Wait, there is something that feels similar to that weapon here. There it is. This monster hasn't noticed me yet. If I stab it now, I might win. Okay, here I go. I want to take a nap, thump thump. But you can see those from the Dan tribe from anywhere in the tower. Where did you come from? How come you don't know about them? Okay, so I am going to go through some parts of the story and then I'm going to overanalyze things again. Because they have extraordinary strength, they are feared by others. So we see that Baam holds back the truth about where he comes from. Or he doesn't say anything about where he comes from because he remembers what Yuri says and that people are afraid of regulars. That's why they are feared. I can't tell him the truth. Well, it's hard to say. I see, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. He's the truthful type. So we see Kun immediately realizes the kindness in this person's heart, right? Being able to tell the truth without having to have to lie is something very, very unique. It's a capability that very few people have in real life. It's something that even for those who've worked in the position of manager or head of departments would understand. When you're hiring people, if you find that the person who you're hiring has a tough time lying, you generally feel very comfortable hiring them, because they're not going to stab you in the back or betray you very easily. It's something that will come very hard to them. You'd notice the change in their personality when they're going through something like this. Who could have lied if he could have lied if he didn't want to tell me. Well then, see you later if you survive the test. Oh, yeah, thank you again. Okay, and here's Kun teasing Rak immediately. A big crocodile is here. I'm not a crocodile. I'm the hunter, Rak Wraithraiser. Whoa, a talking crocodile. How much did he cost? I'm not a crocodile, you wussy turtle. I love this here. It's still directly from the story, but the slightest changes are about to show up just now. And I got no business with you. All I'm interested in is that black turtle, so just go bug off. To hunt him. Little white turtle. So we see that Kun's hair is described as white and he's called blue turtle. It's a retcon, right? Blue is the correct color that they wanted for it, but they call it white just for the convenience of it, right? Me? Why? Well, okay. It's none of my business. I'm out. Now, the reason why they likely retcon the color of his hair from white to blue is because there's more than one family with white hair. And if you're thinking about this, we're talking about the Ariye, the swordsman's family. They have white hair. So we don't want the confusion between Kun and Ariye, so that isn't one. Yuan is black hair, right? So there's no reason to worry about it. They could have made it fiery redhead, but they didn't want to compete with Warrion. So yeah, we get that whole story over there. Edwin Edrock has grey hair, right? Grey dwarf. That's his field. And we get that everybody's characteristics based on their family have been determined like this here. Took you long enough. Why is the crocodile obsessed with the black-haired boy? Weird. He's nothing special, but how could he have been chosen as a regular to begin with? He's just so fragile that he could die at any point. Now it's bothering me. Mr. Rock, why do you want to hunt me? I don't have much meat and I'm not that tasty either. That weapon. I want to fight with that. Ouch. And there's Good. Smashes the crocodile from the side and he says run. Alright. You little turtles! I'll fry you in your shells! Stop there, you darn turtle! I like that there. Okay, so let's talk about this here, right? Kun decided to analyze Bam, right? And the first thing he did was he analyzed Bam, and when he analyzed him, he says, this boy is absolutely regular. He's not worthy of being my teammate. So yeah, I'm just going to continue without him. And then he stops and he thinks about it. He's absolutely ordinary. He looks fragile and weak, and he just has a weapon. He doesn't have this overwhelming power. He doesn't have anything that sticks out. Why was he chosen as a regular? There's something up with this. I need to go and have a look again. I need to double check what's going on. And in the anime, they show him looking at the Black March in his hand because he notices the Black March, because the Black March's name is written on the weapon. But he doesn't notice it as yet, right? So he hasn't noticed it as yet in this whole part of the story. So there is something else altogether. So we then get this whole hint that Bam is pretty special, right? Because Kun is also realizing it. To be chosen as a regular means Hiron chose you. And if Hiron chose you means that you have special powers. You have to be somebody extraordinary to enter. And remember, Bam could ignite the Black March, and on top of that, his skill level and power with the weapon exceeded what should be possible, right? He performed the impossible. He performed a miracle by breaking the ball. He had the ability to do what nobody can do. That was the significance of that first test, and this is where it's pulling up even further. He can do what others cannot do. That is what makes Bam so special. And Bam's potential for breaking that ball, here's something else to note, right? The ignition is still based on the user. So igniting the weapon will ignite the person's strength, expand their stamina, expand their capabilities. That is the power of the weapon. The weapon itself can hurt a person at its level, and Black March Unignited is an A rank weapon. Ignited is an S rank weapon, so it can hurt a person at S rank. That is the power of Black March. However, depending on its wielder, it can be useless against an A rank regular, or it can be useless against rankers, right? S rank is for rankers. Basically, all rankers are in the S rank range. So that is the thing about those weapons, and the fact that Balm can use it beyond its level means that he is beyond that level. He's the ranker level. So that whole explanation that we got on that first floor leading up to this here is now pointing at something even greater behind Balm. So let's continue with this and let's see how it goes. And here we have Anak and Hats. Now obviously we know the relevance behind this fight. It shows 2 of the most powerful regulars on this floor, in this test group, right? These are the 2 most powerful by... Okay, they might be 2 of the most powerful, but they aren't the 2 most powerful. Kun is in that league, and so is Wariyun, and the guys who are part of Wariyun's team when she takes part in her test. In the crown game, her team over there are extremely powerful. Huh? Whoosh. We see the wind is blowing now. This is gonna be fun. And we see Shibisu is here. It's just a little crack that he's gonna be part of this team in the future. And the fact that he manages to duck this assault says something about him. He's really capable, even though he doesn't seem like it. Well, run away if you can. Highest flying sword. We see that he has a special power in his sword. Lowest flying sword. And he launches an assault with the second sword. Running away is only when the enemy is stronger than oneself. They're both extremely strong. Cling, cling, cling. But hey guys, am I out of your league? Okay. Stop hiding, you turtles. Come out here right now. Why is the crocodile thing following you? Did you do something to him? No. He said he wanted to fight us that need Black March, and this is where he notices it in the anime. Sorry, not in the anime, in the manga. In the anime, he only notices it almost immediately. That's why Kun returns. In the manga, Kun returns because he wants to find out what's so special about the boy. What is he hiding? Right? Ooh, do you know what it is? It must be really famous. Where did you get that? This weapon is a personal treasure from Jahad, the king of the tower, given only to his chosen daughter. Ordinary rankers spend their whole life without seeing it. How come a regular new to the tower has such a weapon? Besides, you're a guy. You, who are you? Oops, I'm just an ordinary. I saved your life and I get nothing in return. How stingy. It's just... He's too weak to be a regular, and he doesn't seem to know anything about the tower, but he has the Black March. I thought he was too ordinary to be a regular, but I got it wrong. He's the most unusual among the regulars here. He's an irregular, right? He's irregular. He's unnatural. Interesting. He's definitely useful. I need to keep him close. Now we see Kun is thinking about using Balm. This is Kun's first objective, right? He's thinking strategic. He needs to use him. My name is Kun. Kun Aguero Agnes. We get him in introducing his full name. And yours is Balm. 25th Balm. What a unique name. Okay, Balm. I'm sure you don't trust me, right? This is very natural because the rules of the first test is to fight and compete to move up. It is natural for you to not trust me, but I don't care about those rules anymore. I've decided to go up the tower with you because... You wanna go up the tower with me? I'm not good at fighting, I know nothing. I won't be of any help. It's okay. You will be fun to hang out with. Am I fun? I'm a quiet person. Fun-wise, I think he is the best. He definitely has a knack for it, but He looks a bit stupid. He doesn't seem to know yet what it means in this tower to have the Black March. But is that crocodile obsessed with him because he knows this is the Black March? Tara, come out! Probably not. Wow, he's rapping. I love the jokes because you know this is a serious story once you get through it, and when you come back here and you see how much of joking goes on, you realize how crazy this is. Clang whoop, hey, I'm leaving. Clang clang, hey, I said I'm leaving. Okay, so we got those first two, and as I said, there was just that massive amount of spoilers that I just gave away. And as I said, I will do as many as I please, and I will make the videos as big as I want. If I have enough enthusiasm for the day, I will do 5 chapters. If I have more enthusiasm, I'll do 20. Right? You might get a 10-minute video, you might get a 3-hour video, all depending on how I like to go for it. Unfortunately, I only have 1 hour 30 minutes more worth of electricity before we have power outages, so I only have 1 hour 30 minutes today. So that is my one big limiting factor. So I'll see how far I go before I get bored or tired with the story. So let's keep going. I'll peel off your skin and gobble you up. Let's fight. Has he gone mad or something? The test is almost over now. Every pocket serves as a timer. That is important because we find out that they could have used it for the next test, and everything inside there was given as clues. So here's the first hint to the clues. I knew it. Ooh. Is the test already over? Mic test. Everyone stay where you are. The first test is over now. All remaining regulars, stop what you're doing and listen carefully. Any regular fighting from now on will be eliminated. To the 200 regulars who passed the first test, congratulations to all of you. It may seem a bit rushed, but a second short test will be carried out right away. No time to rest. Don't be so disappointed, the next test is really simple. Now here is the challenge for the test. The challenge is getting teammates. There are 200 regulars. Amongst those who remain, find 2 regulars to be your teammates. In short, this test is to make a team of 3. Here is Amigo Cha, right? And in case you don't know who Amigo Cha is, he's the one who fights Bomb in the hotel on the workshop just before they enter the Archimedes, right? This is how long Amigo has been part of the team. This is how long they've been together. So you have to understand, he's part of the original cast. We don't get backstory on him. We don't get a lot of story on him. It's one of the reasons why Season 3's pointless Renka dumps was so worthless. Honestly, there's Vadi, there's Vespa. We could do something with those characters. We could learn something about them. There's Wagnan, who's a mystery, and I understand why he's remaining a mystery. Let's see. There's Prince, who we still haven't gotten enough info about. We have just this tiny bit about Prince, and then we know that he's eaten by White. We don't get all the info on Prince. We get so little about him, and we don't get Misang crying about them or anything like that. You know, some character information showing why Misang would be still so dedicated to staying sweet and sour, why she wants to be stronger so badly. Okay, so let me just stop that because that's spoiling something big in the future, but this is full spoilers. So why would I worry? Okay, in short, this test is to make a team of 3. Is that a team building this time? 5 minutes, which means... do I have to be in a team with these guys? I like this. This is the reaction from these two, right? Oh no, actually 1, 2, 3. They all have this reaction, and we see there's the 3 monsters from here. Now, in terms of the most powerful, right here from what we've seen, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and Amigo Chaz. Bam, as I said, he is ridiculously powerful. We're not even sure how much of power he has or how much he has expressed. He doesn't even know what he's expressing as power. That's the ridiculous part about it. Balm is that powerful. So let's continue on. So they have 5 minutes to make the test. To be considered a team, you need to be touching some part of your teammates' bodies when the time limit is over. A team with 3 in 5 minutes, you have to make a team with those nearby. The ones nearby are the ones you were fighting with right before the test ended. So we see that this test has more than one challenge to it. It's how to turn your enemies into your friends. Oh, turn your enemies into your allies. I have to make a team with those two. Merciless murder weapons. We see how he's talking about them, right? Now, here's something you have to understand, right? Shibisu has a very low aptitude to Shinsu, but he is extraordinary. He's extremely strong and he has deadly martial arts on his side. In terms of fighting Hatsu, Anak Kid fail, right? In terms of fighting most of the others, even including Amigo, he most probably would be able to put up a very good fight. His analytic and skills for figuring out how to delay an opponent or kill an opponent is what makes him so versatile. The most powerful teammates. We see his analysis ability as a scout. They made up all by themselves. My name is Hats. Yours? Kidding me? A blank spot in between this. That's just to show you. You saw that the other one was loaded immediately. I'm right here. Okay, so we see they wanted to have a more powerful team, and Shibisu really wanted to be part of it. Hey, crocodile. Don't kid yourself, you're just my prey. Hunters never team up with their prey. I'm Rock Wraithrazor. This idiot. And we see he's pulling out something from the bag. Now we do know the bag is Merambarandina. It is a treasure from the 10 families, right? It's really powerful. It's so powerful that a high ranker would have a tough time beating this weapon. That's how high it is. And Kun is busy playing with it here. You said you wanted to hunt me, right? Then let me ask you a question, Drak. Do you mean by hunt? I push through powerful Shinsu, chomp off the skin of the strong, and gobble them up to make their strength mine. So I only fight with strong enemies. I came here to find rivals that can make me stronger. Like you and that rep. We see that he acknowledges Balm is powerful. He can sense Balm's power. And here's Balm doing something unbelievably smart. He tosses the needle. Now hunt me, Mr. Rock. He has some nerve. Pick it back up. No. If you want to fight me like this. Hey, without a weapon, you're not worth hunting. Pick it up. No. Pick it up. No. I said pick it up, you stupid jerk turtle. No. I like how he's killing him half, 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 half. He's losing his temper and he's getting drained out just with arguing. Killing time like this is better for us. He has to go up the tower anyway. Then isn't it better to make a team now and go up the tower to find stronger prey to fight later? I don't understand what you're doing. Isn't it more important to go up the tower than to hunt Balm? Don't you agree? I don't care which floor of the tower I'm on. If we touch the crocodile the moment the test ends, we will be considered a team and pass the test. It's hard to get close to him without attacking him. About 30 seconds left now. Okay, so we see they're just waiting out this time. And we see Khun saves Balm, but we see how much of nerve he has. Second test is over. Those who have made a team keep holding on to each other. The three holding each other at this moment are considered a team. You'll be sent to the next spot then. You darn turtles. Okay, I love that there. So yeah, instead of reading all of that, let's go for the full spoilers on this here. And I'm actually gonna call it. I'm a bit tired myself. I'm just talking. So yeah, I've lost my interest in continuing with the next chapter. But let's talk about this here in consideration. The way the reaction happened between Rak, Khun and Balm, the way they formed their team is a spoiler. It's something that reflects a lot of it. Rak explains that he's looking for powerful rivals. Rivals are generally people who you're going to be friendly with, right? You may fight with them all the time and you may say nasty things to them or with them, but they're your friends at the end of the day. That's what a rival is. A rival is somebody who you trust to bring out the best within you. And that is what Khun is that is what Rak is expecting from Balm. He expects to fight Balm and draw so that he can fight Balm later on. That's what he wanted to do. And he wants to keep hunting Balm as Balm gets stronger. And he wants to be able to keep growing in conjunction with them. That's one of the hidden meanings behind what Rak is up to. Because Rak doesn't seem like he wants to kill. Otherwise, he would have simply just killed Levin and had Levin out of the story immediately. He's such a worthless piece of prey. You could just eliminate all the weak so that only strong opponents are remaining. You could have done that because that is a smart way to hunt. And you can't say that Rak is stupid, but Rak isn't all that stupid. He's actually quite gifted as an individual. It just seems stupid because he allows his emotions to get the best of him in most of the situations that we see. So yeah, that is just something that is one of the big flaws of our favorite crocodile. Okay. So what else is there to go over right now in the spoilers for this first little incident, right? We also get to see Balm's, you know, that habit Balm has of facing any opponent regardless of how dangerous it is. When Rak throws his spear at Balm, Balm doesn't even flinch. He just stands still. Rak obviously wasn't going for a kill, but he did throw it at Balm. And the fact that Balm didn't react to it says that Balm doesn't know how to use his power, right? Balm doesn't know how to use his Shinsu. If it actually did come close to him, we would have gotten a reaction like the Crown game, which is coming in a few episodes, where Balm actually stopped a bullet that was about to hit him. It's something that they glossed over Quite frankly, it's just the first show that Bam has some hidden power. Because nobody was there to stop him, nobody was using Shinsu besides those on the field, and it was an outside influence. And the bullet stopped right in front of Bam out of nowhere. It's like, this ridiculous power. It's like, what the heck is going on here? This guy can't be hit by a spear bearer shot on this level. He must be way more powerful. Let's think about it. Let's go up and see what happens when people are on the same level and do it. LaFave versus Evancal. Evancal can change to stop the bullet, but not stop the bullet from hitting her. So yeah, that was something else altogether. He demonstrated a power that's ridiculous. And then we get the whole Shinsu Black Hole's fear when he scatters it in front of him later on with the fight with Jahad, and he stops attacks from hitting him in that way. These are all things that were led up. These are powers that Bam had that may have been retconned, right? I'm just saying to say it may have been retconned, or it may just be that it was here for the start, and then we're going to see it later on when Bam loses power. I'm expecting Bam's power to be stripped from him at some point for a growth factor. It's something that a lot of authors like to do, or Bam will have to lose his power for a short period, so the souls and the emperor and the thorns will be taken off him for a short period as like a test of some sort, right? We're gonna get to see it. I'm suspecting it's gonna be right in the end, or it might be right now where the story is. They could do this here somehow. Strip him of all his powers, even the Leviathan, or seal it within him so that he can't use it. I'm not 100% sure, but those are possibilities. Remember, spells don't work on Bam, but there might be other ways to do it. Shinsu concentration formulas, for example, they'll do it and they'll tell him he has to keep it on him till the end of the exam, so he has to fight as a regular. He can't use those crazy powers until the end of it, so he can use Black Hole Sphere and he can use regular Shinsu. And with that, we got a hint of it from the cage that he was really powerful. So yeah, those things are all going to come into play. I don't know what's going to happen in this next section. I hope you all do enjoy as the story progresses. So see you all then, and have a good day.